Blue Jackets and the Avalanche get set to go head-to-head here tonight at Nationwide Arena. We're being joined right now by Blue Jackets head coach Todd Richards. Todd, yesterday you had, I guess, what you kind of talked about being your last full regular season practice here, and now it's kind of optionals and managing time. We've talked about this a little bit before, but 8 games in 12 days, what is your challenge to making sure everybody has enough gas in the tank every night?
Well, it would be nice if you get into these games and you can just roll 4 lines and play 6 defensemen. Obviously, there's specialty teams that'll change a little bit of that dynamic, but it's using everybody on the bench. It's going to be using guys that aren't in the lineup tonight and getting them in the lineup to try to get fresh legs. And as coaches, we're going to have to do a good job in trying to manage it. And then, some of this falls onto the players' shoulders too, as far as taking care of themselves when they're at the rink or when they're away from the rink.
Nathan Horton not going to play in this one tonight. We've noticed him over the last couple of weeks. He just hasn't looked right out there. And you confirmed yesterday a lower body injury for him, so he's not going to play. That gives Jared Boll a chance to go back into the lineup. When you compare those two guys, you had Nathan who had the offseason surgery, missed 40 games before he ever played. You got Jared that missed about 50-some games here, but he had the training camp and everything leading up to it. Do you expect Jared to be able to kind of jump in and adapt to get back to things rather quickly here?
I think tonight it'll be pretty easy for him because I think there's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of adrenaline flowing through his body that he'll come out and play with some good energy. It's going to be once that energy goes out a little bit and you lose that adrenaline of it being the first game. When you miss a significant amount of time, as they both did, in different parts of the season, but it's still always a little bit tough to catch up to it. You miss training camp, you miss, and to me those are the most critical times is the training camp, getting out and practicing, getting the reps, and it seems like you're chasing. And Nathan came in a tough situation, and credit to him, he's battled, he's competed, and it was something that I truly expected. And and when you are trying to catch up like that too, there might be other breakdowns, and I'm talking with the body as far as little injuries here or there. Jared's worked extremely hard. He's been great. I mean, he's been cleared to play here for a while, but this is a great opportunity for him to get back into the lineup. We're playing a home game against Colorado where I can kind of control his shifts and maybe who he's out playing against and ease him into it that way and really protect him that way too.
Todd, you'd mentioned a little bit earlier there that you put it back on the players as far as they decide on if they're going to practice or not and how they feel. This time of year for you, are they where you want them to be as far as you don't need to step in so much and be that presence? Or is the room kind of maintaining itself at the level you would like it to be right now?
It is, and I think you can see it in our play. You go back over our schedule, with the exception of maybe the Islanders, maybe all the way going back to the start of the month versus Chicago. Other than that, I think our team's played hard. We've done most things right through the games. We haven't gotten the results that we've wanted, but I think the guys have done a good job. And when you get to this stage of the season, I mean, I've done enough talking. I've been in front of these guys, whether it's pre-scouts for games or whether it's practices or running meetings in the room. They've listened to me probably way too much. And at this stage of the season, it comes down to your leaders. Systematically, players know what's expected of them. I think each player understands their role on the team and what's expected within their role. And now it's about them taking control of the room and taking control of the team.
And another thing, you've had the urgency. I mean, all year the urgency's been there. I'll talk about last season, how it ended. You had to make sure that you were going to get to this point of where you're at right now with this team. Above, you got the wild card position, destiny in your hands. It must be a great feeling for you and the group down there coming in tonight at home against Colorado, a team that's going to be a great test.
Well, I don't know if it's a great feeling, Jody, but you know what? It's a credit to the players. It's a credit to the group. It's a credit to the leaders in the room that they've done all the work. I mean, as coaches, we do work to try to get these guys ready, but they're the guys that have to go out and they have to do it and put it out on the line, out on the ice, and they've done that. And we put ourselves in a position now where you did say we control our own destiny, but it's going to be tough. You look at the teams that we're playing. Colorado, Philadelphia, and Chicago here, 3 games in the next 4 days, all playoff teams, and they're going to be hard games. And we'll see what our group has. But, based on what I've seen so far, it's going to be a great test, and I believe our players are going to find a way.
This Colorado team has a pretty good mix. They have some gritty defense, and they have some guys up front that can move the puck and skate very well. They don't have Matt Duchene. Maybe that's a plus. Maybe it's not. Maybe somebody else steps up tonight. But what do you see as the biggest challenge against this team?
Well, there's lots of challenges against this team. You watch, you can probably spend a little bit of time in their zone. The goaltender's been very good for them. He's coming off of, a 47 or 49 save performance versus San Jose. But I think where they really are effective is in their transition when they go from defense to offense. They got some guys on their back end that can really skate. They get up and then they want to join the rush, and you can go down their roster as far as up front with the talent and the speed that they have there. So for me, what we really have to pay attention to tonight is when we have the puck and it transitions from our offense to our defense, we better be ready to skate.
All right, Todd, one last thing. We had a Twitter question. Somebody asking, with Ryan Murray back on the ice and skating in a practice, how far away do you feel that he is right now? Do you have any indication on that?
Well, we have an idea, but a lot's going to, as we take each step here, each gradual step, it's going to be seeing where he's at. It's a great step getting out on the ice, part of an optional skate, a morning skate. It's not very taxing. It's simple puck movements. It's simple movements as far as skating. We'll see how he feels coming out of this. I'm assuming he's going to be okay, and then we'll have to take the next step and maybe push him a little bit more. Maybe some of it is a little bit more intense, and maybe skating, and then more intense with the physicality. And if all that goes well, then it's the next step of battle level. And if everything does go well, we're hoping maybe in about a week, maybe a little bit longer.
All right, Todd, thank you very much, and best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks, guys.